Wrestle Dream is come and gone, and apparently Tony Khan has lost his freaking mind. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob. Joined as always by my good friend, Hollywood Frank.
HW in the house, baby.
You can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about all news and wrestling. You also follow us on social media, crawling below in the description as well. And yeah, dude, this is a interesting week. Interesting week to be alive.
Yeah.
Some people are going crazy. Some people are going absolutely bonkers shit.
Well, it's 2 weeks before the election, so of course they are.
My God, dude, I can't wait for this crap to be over. I'm done. I'm just done. But yeah, we'll get into that a little bit. We'll talk about some things. But yeah, Wrestle Dream came out. We talked about our predictions for it. I don't think we need to go over really go over the results of it because it was pretty much exactly what we thought was going to happen. But the Dynamite after, it seemed like, it seemed like Tony Khan was going to start going in a little bit of a different direction. What they were planning for the future, whatnot. And a couple of things came out that I liked, and there was a whole lot of other stuff that just made me scratch my friggin' head. And I was like, I don't know, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? I don't know. And then there's some other reports coming out about some decisions that were made and why they were made, and it's got a lot of people saying that this feels like Vince. Feels like Tony Khan is booking for an audience of one. So we're gonna get into that. Oh my freaking God, dude! No way! No, hang on a minute.
Oh my God!
Hang on a minute. He lives.
It's alive.
Somehow, yes.
Johnny Cage is alive.
I'm surprised as much as the next guy. It's been a couple of rough months, but we're back. We're here.
It's been a minute, man. What's it like down there in communist land?
I can't complain.
Dude, man, your neck of the woods, man. It's everything's crazy everywhere, man. But there was some bonkers stuff going on down there with you guys.
I'm ready to hit the jets from here. But back to wrestling.
Yep. Did you watch? So what have you been watching, man? What have you been keeping up on?
Bad Blood, a little bit of Wrestle Dream.
Mm-hmm.
But week to week, Dynamite has been a little,
It's been a shit show.
Yes.
It's been bad. Yeah, Dynamite's been bad. Like the in-ring action has been good. The booking has just been some of the most nonsensical crap. And like I said, coming out of Wrestle Dream, we were hoping that they would maybe move in a different direction. Kind of understood like some of the things people were upset about, the finish for the main event, but I understood it. And then Dynamite comes out and it's like, really? This is what we're doing? So we're going to talk about it. But real quick, let's go ahead and check in with everybody. Crawling in here. So it's little by little. Like it was first said, hello, the Wrestling Council. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about what you guys want to talk about too, man. Hey, if you guys got a subject you want to talk about, hey, hit it up. Let's go.
Bring it.
Yep. Takeshita versus Mike Bailey was fantastic. Dude, Takeshita versus Josh Alexander was dope as shit, man. And what was it? That first card for Maple Leaf Wrestling. It was Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. It was a big success. So a lot of props to them, man. And looks like Scott D'Amore is looking forward to working closely with AEW because he had multiple guys from AEW on that show and an angle for AEW that came out of it. So,
yeah.
But real quick, Miss Saren said, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Saren. Appreciate you being here." Big Daddy, the Guardian of Chaos, says, "Hey yo, Big Daddy."
Hey, yo.
The original Learning Tree. Go check him out. Chris Jericho's a fraud.
Yes, he
But
is.
yeah, and like overall, like the wrestling on Wrestle Dream was good. Most of the in-ring action on Dynamite was good. It's just the direction for the booking is it doesn't make any sense. And then so some stories came out. We're going to talk about that when we get into the main subject. That kind of shed some light on it, and it's not good. And it's not good at all. But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and get into our favorite segment, a little something we like to call the good, the bad, and the ugly. On the pre-recorded video, which, oh my freaking God, I am so sorry it took so long for that thing to come out. I forgot. No, dude, I forgot how long it takes for, like, especially if you edit it and you add stuff, like you add any kind of graphics or anything to it, how long it takes for that crap to render, and then how long it takes to upload it to YouTube. Because I haven't done a video like that in a long time, man. But it took 3 days.
Yeah, that wasn't the shortest video too. So
Well, that's the thing. I think if it had been like a smaller, like a 10 or 15 minute clip, it wouldn't have been so bad. But and then obviously you want to upload it, in high and HD so that people can watch it and you can actually see what's going on. It doesn't look like a video from 1965. But good Lord, man! But I did the GBU when we were in the car. So Frank, yep, brother.
All right. The good. I enjoyed Monday Night Raw yesterday. A little bit different. Samantha Irvin gone.
Mm-hmm.
Lillian Garcia back.
Lillian Garcia back with her botches.
They should have introduced her and made a bigger deal of her coming back than what they did.
Yeah. Well, I guess they were they weren't blindsided by it. Like a lot of people thought that she just quit out of the blue, but apparently that's not the case. But
she told them months ago she was leaving.
Yeah, she told them months ago that if they didn't adjust because of what she wanted to do outside of WWE, that she's going to leave. And
she wants to be a singer.
Yeah,
good for her.
Yeah, man. I mean, she's got and like other people, and dude, all people were already giving her crap. But it's like, no, she's going to go focus on her singing career, man. So,
and even if she does go to AEW, who cares?
Yeah. Well, they were predicting because I guess her contract was technically up. Like there was a speculation that her contract was going to be up next summer, and they all predicted that she was going to go there anyway. So she still might, but it's like, who cares, man? It's like they had ample time to figure it out, and WWE just said no. So. Well, from what I understand, TKO said no against Hunter's wishes. So
they found a replacement for Lillian Garcia multiple times. They'll find a replacement for Samantha if they don't decide to stick with Lillian. Who knows?
Yeah,
no big deal. But yeah, Raw was really good. Got new Intercontinental Champion again, Mr. Braun Breaker.
Yep. Man, there's a lot of people that are pissed about that, but I'm like, I get it, man, because it fits into the storyline.
Yeah, I mean they're setting up Jay to go back with his brother.
Yep,
and there's going to be War Games,
dude. If they don't have,
at Survivor Series,
yeah, if they don't have freaking Regal come out and say War Games, I'm gonna be pissed. I won't be pissed. That's gonna be a freaking missed opportunity, and they should be smacked because, I mean, seriously, listen to this.
War games! Of war games! War games! War games!
War games!
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
But yeah, having Braun win, I enjoyed that. You know, the bloodline coming out attacking him, just continuing that storyline, keeping it going, keeping it fresh, and I did not have a problem with it at all.
I love the tease with Braun and Jacob Fatu, like it was talking about where they were staring each other down. That was dope, man. I'm 100% behind that. Let me have that match.
So again, not a problem with that whatsoever. The Wyatt Six coming out attacking. Shit. Oh my god, I can't think of it.
Oh, Paul Ellering.
Well, the group Final Testament
Yeah.
coming out attacking Final Testament, taking out Paul Ellering with the Mandible Claw. I'm sure they're going to go after Miz here soon, but again, overall, not too bad of a show. I did not. The only thing I don't agree with is Rey Mysterio winning over not Alpha Kid. What are they called now? American Made.
American Made, yeah. Yeah, I would have preferred American Made winning, but
And it's nothing against Dragon Lee. I mean, great wrestler, but Rey Mysterio.
I don't particularly like. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't particularly like the way that they're booking any of those guys.
Rey Mysterio should be helping put guys over, not worrying about winning tag matches. Now, are they going to go on and win it? No, because I think it's going to be the Motor City Machine Guns, who are on SmackDown on Friday.
Yep, I'm excited to see them.
But overall, not too bad with Raw last night. Some ups and downs. You know, I could care less about the two women from NXT that are fighting with Damage Control and whoever, like whatever. But overall, not too bad. The bad, not sure if anything's going to come out of it, but there's a lot of internal and external reactions to Mr. Carlito's comment.
Dude, man, they are dragging the crap out of WWE for that. And the thing is basically they're saying, and according to Carlito himself, that was his idea. He just ad-libbed that. So you want to get pissed off, get pissed at him. Don't get pissed at WWE and Triple H.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, he called Io Shirai Chinese instead of Japanese and made the comment.
I need to learn Chinese.
Yeah, so didn't go over too well. She's had people make comments about that before, and who knows what kind of doghouse TKO is going to put him in, because it's not the same with WWE with Vince. So who knows? Yeah,
he'll probably get fined, and he'll have to make like a public apology or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, what the hell, man.
So yeah, and then my ugly is you build up Jon Moxley and his faction coming out saying they're pretty much going to run roughshod over AEW, and then you would think they would come out and just nuke everybody. Oh no, here comes Adam Cole, no problem, coming out to the ring. Like, if you're going to make Jon Moxley and his group such a badass, they should be out there from opening and just laying waste to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that, but
Well, the thing that I don't, yeah, we'll talk about that more because
And I don't have a problem with Adam Cole coming out, but it should have been them just laying waste to everybody. Similar, to, not in the same way, all the ookie bookie stuff with Wyatt Six before they actually come out where they laid waste to people in the back, but in that vein where they're just running roughshod over everybody.
I was thinking like more in the vein of like old school New World Order or even the Bloodline.
Yeah,
the Bloodline would just come out and just kill everybody.
Oh yeah, like New World Order, they would just lay everybody out.
Yeah, like and when you're trying to build, you basically try to build your new big bad, to set up basically all of your feuds and whatnot going forward for the World Championship and whatnot. That's what you do. You know, this they're doing with the new version of the BCC. They're doing with them what we said they should have done with the Kingdom.
Yeah,
with the Undisputed Kingdom. The Undisputed Kingdom should have come out and killed everybody if they really wanted them to be taken as serious. So,
yeah, you're gonna have Adam Cole come out. He comes out fine, but then partly into his comments, they just come out and lay him out.
Oh yeah, just kill him.
Anybody else who comes out to help him, and that would have just. And he could still have had a Adam Cole segment talking about MJF.
Yeah.
Later, but I would just make a statement to start the show.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we'll talk more about the way that that show was booked. A lot of momentum coming out of Wrestle Dream was just completely lost.
Just like any other pay-per-view, then.
Oh my god!
And I'm so glad this Battle of Belts crap is going to be ending soon because they have it, and there's never a title change.
I don't think there's never been a single title change on a Battle of the Belts, has there?
Not that I remember.
I can't remember any.
I'm trying to remember because my brain's telling me that there was one. But in 5 years, you've done what? Like they've done they do like 2 of those a year or something like that.
4, I think.
Okay.
4,
so, yeah. So they do multiples of this a year, and at best, there's been one.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you even call it Battle of the Belts for then?
You have a intercontinental title match 2 times on SmackDown or Raw. I'm sorry, and Uso wins one time, Breakker wins the next. Like, okay, you're changing titles on your shows, but you have a Battle of Belts and nobody wins, no new winners.
Yeah, you know, like I said, we'll talk about that when we get into
But that's my GBU.
All right, my GBU. The good. Donald Trump appeared on the Undertaker's podcast. The entire goddamn world melted down. I mean, jeez, God, dude, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, man. As soon as I heard that, I was like, yes.
I saw that and I said, let me check Cornette's Twitter real quick.
Oh my God, dude. Him and Batista completely lost their shit. And it was chaos, and I'm here for it, man. I was like, this is gonna be so entertaining. And oh my God. Dude, yeah, dude. It was like it was it was, dude. Dude, and oh my God, dude, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again because Joe Rogan just announced that he's gonna be on his podcast Friday. Oh, dude, the internet's gonna melt. It's gonna be a meltdown, and like I said, it's chaos, and I'm here for it. Dude, yeah, dude, what is with the freaking pearls? Did you see that shit?
No.
Batista, first of all, Batista, he looks like he went on a freaking soy diet. But you know, that's he's an actor now, so who cares? But he's wearing literally a string of pearls, like a string of like literally like a woman's string of pearls, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is this? It's like, butch it up, man. Yeah, chaos. Yeah. The Guardian of Chaos. Big Daddy's like, I'm here for it. Let's go. Big Daddy said, my good Braun Breaker in WWE and Takeshita in AEW, dude. Yeah, that's the one thing that I will say that they're doing right in AEW is Takeshita, man. My bad. All the AEW talent wearing jewelry in the ring. That is kind of, dude. All it's gonna take. Does nobody remember? Like, was it last year or the year before when Jeff Hardy, was it his nose ring or his ear ring, got caught on someone's gear and ripped it out?
Ugh.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like, ugh. My ugly Danielson losing to Moxley by passing out. Yeah, I mean, I understand why they did the finish. I don't necessarily think they did it the best way. Yeah, Bautista. Yeah, but
Yep.
But anyway, dude, like I heard that, I saw that and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so freaking good. So that was my GBU. And then the other good thing was AEW finally created a power tag team with Brian Cage and Lance Archer. They created a monster tag team.
Oh yeah.
Now the question is,
For how long?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna be putting a lot of people over soon.
So now their first match, they came out and literally killed the now it was a bunch of friggin', jobbers, but dude, it was actually pretty good, man. I watched it. It was pretty short. It was only about an hour.
It was an hour, yes.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good. Yeah, dude, I'm just like, we've been saying this forever. It's like, dude, why you've got all these big dudes, you got these monsters. Why do you not have a power tag team come through there and just kill everybody? Give me a demolition / Twin Towers, Steiner Brothers. Give me a power tag team, just an old school power tag team to beat the shit out of everybody.
No. Then they're gonna lose to Darby Allin and Marco Stunt.
Oh God. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. But I mean, at least it's like, finally, thank God, you gave us one after 5 years. Jeez.
Next thing to do is put Hobbs with the Hurt Syndicate.
I would. I think he'd fit perfectly. But yeah. Anyway, that's my good. The bad. You talked about the Samantha Irving thing. Fans already turning on Samantha Irving. After she leaves WWE, dude, literally the first thing that they did is they just started. She's leaving to go perform in her announcing in AEW, so she'll be in front of like 300,000 people in school gyms. And it's like, dude, do none of you guys even bother to look and see what these people are saying and doing? First of all, she didn't blindside them. They were all saying that she just quit out of the blue. And they're like, they were like going after her on that. And then they're saying, then it's the usual, she wasn't very good anyway. And then of course it was like, it was the usual shill bullshit. And it's like, she's going to, like you said, she's going to focus on her music career. If she does go to AEW, it'll probably be because A, her husband's there, and B, because they'll work around her schedule, unlike WWE would. Now,
I hope she ends up there just so her microphone work can like make up for Ricochet's lack of quality on that.
Yeah, let her talk for him, man. That's a good idea. Let her clear his promos for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one-sided single minders. Yeah, 100%. But the thing, like I said, the one thing I will say about this whole thing, though, is that according to reports, Hunter is not happy about this because he tried to work something out for them, and TKO basically overruled him and said no. So, and there are reports coming out that Hunter is starting to run into he's starting to butt heads with the TKO management on some of the decision making and everything. So they're saying that he's starting to get a little frustrated with them, which that doesn't bode well. But hopefully WWE keeps cooking on all cylinders like they have been, because they've been doing really well, really well. So. But And then another bad thing was Adam Cole confirmed his breakup with Britt Baker. It's whenever you have relationships with other wrestlers, there's always a possibility.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, apparently there was rumors that they were splitting up, and then he came out and confirmed it. Which you never want to see people doing stuff like that. But it happened.
Yeah.
So, Russo, Mushnick, Meltzer, Pierce, Morgan fiasco. Any thoughts? I'm trying to remember. I heard something about this, but I don't know. I don't have the details on that. I do know that there was some kind of a big meltdown. Didn't they appear? They appeared on Piers Morgan's show, and they were talking about it. Any thoughts on the back and forth between Tony Khan and my brother JD from New York? Yeah, Tony Khan needs to get his needs to get the stand out of his crotch. Quit whining like a little girl. Dude, hell yeah, man. My boy Zack Sabre Jr. And TMDK winning the New Japan World Title about friggin' time. And like you said, man, the mighty don't kneel. So
Nope.
That was my bad. And then the ugly booking of AEW. We'll talk about that in a minute. Like I said, I'm just scratching my head because I can't understand what the hell going on.
Keep going in and out on my end. I don't know if it's.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
mine
because
too.
maybe it's because I'm not close enough to the mic.
There you go.
All right.
That might be it. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just stick it in my mouth.
It's too early for that.
But the one thing on Raw that I watched, I was like, "What are you doing, man?" Is having Rhea Ripley come out and just absolutely murder Raquel Gonzalez. I mean, the whole reason you brought her back was so that she could be on the same physical level as Rhea, and then you have Rhea come out and murk the shit out of her. It should be the other way around. Rhea's the heel now. I mean, Rhea's the face now. She's the face. So when you bring in a powerhouse heel, they're supposed to beat the crap out of her, or at least it's supposed to be a clashing of titans, like they did with Braun and
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. Yeah, dude, that's what's supposed to happen. But instead, Rhea comes out and just kills both her and Liv. It should have been her coming out, beating down Liv, and then Raquel comes out, starts beating her down, and then the two of them team up and they beat down Rhea. That's the way it's supposed to happen. That's the way it should happen. But like that booking, I was just like, I don't know who dreamed that up, but that was the drizzling shits. But yeah, that's my GBU. Madison said, "Congratulations, Paul. You're in a corporation now. Welcome to even dirtier politics than wrestling." Yeah, from what I understand, there's been a few decisions that were made that he wasn't happy with. Like, for instance, this whole debacle with the Lucha Brothers, the announcement, like the leaking of them coming to WWE was a TKO thing apparently, and that's what set Tony Khan off.
Free my boys. They're getting the Ricky Starks treatment now.
Yeah, and so they're not. So he's not happy about that. And then the thing with Samantha Irving, he's not happy about that. And it turns out that the whole reason why they didn't get Will Ospreay is not because WWE wasn't willing to work with him on his scheduling thing. Well, because the fact that he didn't want to move. He didn't want to move to the United States and up for his family. It's because TKO overruled him on it. TKO cost Triple H and WWE Will Ospreay, and he was salty as hell about it, which he should be because that was a big deal. Yep. So hopefully this doesn't get worse and they don't start sticking their nose in creatively and start causing problems with WWE, because right now WWE's cooking. So
they will eventually.
Yeah, well, it's going to happen eventually because that's just the way corporations are. Bro, don't even get me freaking started on this crap. Like, God. Suzuki, I know what, if I'm New Japan, I'm starting to look at Tony Khan and say, hey, are any of our guys allowed to win? Because every single time one of our guys comes there, they lose to you. So how about a little reciprocity here? You know. But anyway, that's my GBU. Johnny, you got anything you want to add or?
No, we're good. I want to talk shit about TK too.
Oh, you want to talk shit about TK too?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we do that, we got one more little segment to do. We're going to keep this one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. When they stuck their nose into UFC, it caused a lot of problems. But there is another segment we got to do real quick, and it is the good old fashioned.
Who
Ooh, better than Randy Orton. All right. Oh, dude, man. There's in no universe should Minoru Suzuki lose. But you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do about it? All right. So we're going to do our GBU this week. All right. The first person on the GBU, who is this person better than Randy Orton? Kerry Von Erich. Is Kerry Von Erich of the legendary Von Erich family, is he better than Randy Orton? Now, for a lot of guys, this is before their time. And of the Von Erichs, I think David was probably the best. Kerry was probably the most popular. And Kerry is the one that went on to, you know, probably the biggest success, went to WWE, became the Intercontinental Champion. Unfortunately, it was after the accident that cost him caused him some serious injury. And hey, Rick, appreciate you being here, man. But the question is Kerry Von Erich better than Randy Orton?
My dog disagrees.
This is so you say no, Johnny?
I do.
Okay. Frank? It's a tough one, man.
He could have been, but tragically, he took his life, and no, he's not better than Randy.
This is a tough one for me. Kevin was the best in the ring. Yeah. You know what? You're probably right. Kevin was the best in the ring. David was probably the next best in the ring. Kerry was the most popular, definitely. Yeah, Kerry because of reputation, but not necessarily. See, that's the thing with me. I think Kerry, when you think, because you got to go back in time and think about that time period, man. The Von Erichs were gods, dude. I mean, they were gods, man. Like just the level of popularity they had was insane. It was absolutely insane. As far as their in-ring work, if Kerry had not been injured, like you said, I think he would be pretty close. I think he'd be pretty close to Randy. As it is, I don't think that he was quite on the same level as Randy as far as his in-ring. And for me, in-ring is a little more important than you know, reputation and whatnot. So I'm gonna say, and this is a tough one for me. I'm gonna say he is not better than Randy, but I can totally understand the argument. Wasn't ever on the Von Erich level in the early 80s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like in the 80s, like, God, dude, they were, like I said, they were gods. The Von Erichs were gods, man. So, and that's why I want the friggin' Von Erichs in the tag team division in AEW so bad. The boost from their reputation alone would help AEW in the tag division so much. I don't know why they haven't pulled the friggin' trigger on them. It doesn't make any sense to me. But me personally, I'm gonna give the edge in this one to Randy Orton. Okay, here's another one. Jeff Hardy. Is Randy Orton better than Jeff Hardy?
Nah, that's an easy for me.
Oh, that was quick. So you think Jeff is better than Randy Orton?
No, he said no.
I do
Oh,
not.
you don't? Oh, really? Okay. All right. I misunderstood you. Okay. Is Jeff Hardy better than Randy Orton?
No.
Some troubled guys this time. Think the Freebirds and New Von Erichs need new Freebirds. Well, the New Von Erichs just need to be in a major promotion, man. They like, I don't know what Tony Khan's doing, dragging his feet on them. Sign them already. Good God. But yeah, well, they do need to have that big feud though, man. That they definitely need somebody. So you don't think he's better than Randy Orton?
No, he didn't talk better. Randy worked better. He just killed himself more. He just threw himself out of higher stuff.
I'm going to agree. I think Randy is better, and I think a big part of the reason why he's better is because of Jeff's substance abuse issues. I think if Jeff could have navigated those waters and had continued to work without those issues, and maybe taking the gas off of the stunt monkey stuff a little bit, I think he'd be neck and neck with Randy.
It's tough because of how many years he spent with his brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's really tough to do that when a guy most of his career is known as the Hardy Boys.
Right.
When you're in a tag team and not a singles guy for that long, it takes away from your personal abilities because was it you? Was it your brother? Was it both of you?
Yeah, I can understand that. I can see I can see that. I do think that he's had a long enough career as a singles guy that that you can at least, it's for some people, man, that the high flying stuff is it, So I can see some people picking him over Randy. Me personally, I don't think so. And I think the substance abuse issues were a big part of that. Okay. Where's the other one? That way here. Oh yeah. Okay. Mr. Perfect. Was Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, better than Randy Orton? Because he was
another guy who was misused by WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And left us too soon, but I would say no on Mr. Perfect as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So, Johnny, what do you think?
I'm thinking Randy, just for character work alone.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think people like
Hennig's character work is pretty damn good, man.
Not better than Randy's, no.
Is it just because there's a larger sample size, or is it because you think Randy is legit better?
I think he's better. Yes.
Okay.
And even in ring, people are very people refuse to acknowledge how good Randy is sometimes, and that.
Oh, I 100%, dude. There's a reason why the segment is called "Who Better Than Randy Orton?" Okay, I think Randy's one of the best workers in the ring. That is in the ring. I think he's excellent. I think he's a fantastic worker. The question is, are they better overall? In everything, shape, or form. Is that it's everybody's criteria is going to be a little different. So, but
so what's your take?
Well, real quick, I'm going to look at everybody else here. Big Daddy says I'll take Hennig. Legacy says Kurt by far. So you guys are completely friggin' wrong, plebeians. Rick Del Santos says Kurt for sure, man. You guys are in the minority here, man.
Your booze mean nothing.
Mal's being a little more diplomatic. He says worker-wise, Hennig was better, but legacy-wise, Orton is better. Okay. Did you watch? Like I said, did you watch the dark match with Hennig versus Lesnar? I think I've seen that a long time ago. I don't know. I can't remember. My brain says yes, but my memory says I don't know. Or never put ass in seats as far as I can remember. I don't know about that, but I get what you're saying.
Wanna fight?
Hennig competed again. He didn't want to fight. Johnny's going friggin' Johnny's going friggin' Australian. Yeah, hey mate, there's fighting words. What was that segment from South Park? Russell Crowe fights the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Hennig competed against better competition, in my opinion. Okay. I'm going
Oi, who's ready to fight?
Who's ready to fight?
Oi.
The one on the plane. Okay.
Me pal Tugger.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what, man.
Take that, cancer.
I might be showing my age or whatnot. I'm gonna take Hennig on this. I think Kurt Hennig was better than Randy Orton. I really do. I think, dude, when you watch Kurt in the ring, man, he was just so polished. And I disagree with you on the character work. I think he was right. I think he was just as good as Randy, as far as his character work was concerned. You know, and his ability to cut a promo and whatnot. I think Kurt Hennig, if the injuries had not cut his career short and his life short, and then he had lived longer, I think he would have been a much bigger. Bob is 253 years old. Yeah, 52 going on 300. Hey, I tell you something, little whippersnapper. Hey, where am I? Are you my son? Where? I'm not that friggin' old, man. Like I said, I like Randy Orton, man, but Kurt Hennig was one of my favorites, man. Oh my God. But okay, anyway, guys, that's our who's better than Randy Orton.
Who?
But so let's go ahead and get into the main topic here.
Is Tony Khan turning into Vince?
Bob is still wearing the cast. I'm not Cowboy Bob Orton, man. Big Daddy, off the top of your head, name the big match or event that Orton carried. I'm trying to think of like the biggest matches that he had. What was it? He was in a. See, the problem is he was in, because I'm trying to think of his WrestleMania matches. He was in a lot of 3-ways.
I'm thinking of the unification match with the heavyweight and the WWE belt.
Yeah,
thinking
that's one of the ones I was thinking of. There was also was it him versus Bryan Danielson and Dave Bautista?
Mm-hmm.
That was another main event from WrestleMania. Yeah, he was just in a lot of like. So I don't know if there's a match that you could say that he 100% carried by himself, because he's one of those guys that he's involved in so many different freaking multi person feud matches.
The thing I remember the most is he's slapping the referee to get disqualified and keep the belt.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he's had more single stuff lately than he's ever had. The one where he wrestled that one guy with the thing. Yeah. Like the match that I think of that was like that really sticks in my mind. It was the match he had with Mick Foley. The hardcore match.
Oh yeah, there's also the one we don't talk about.
Which is what?
His first title win. World title win.
Okay, whatever. But all right, let's go ahead and get into is Tony Khan turning into Vince McMahon? My initial thought is, yeah, he is.
His NDA is up for different reasons, but
Yeah,
sure.
leg kick. I have never been an Orton fan. Not a bad guy to meet, though. Yeah, I like Randy Orton. And that's probably a good way to say that Big Daddy. He's a top line role player, but not the standalone like Rock, Austin, Taker, Dusty, etc. Yeah, he's the Triple H of his generation. I think he's the guy that kind of like he had a lot of success, like massive success, had a lot of great matches. But when you think about the era, he's not the number one guy. He's not the guy that pops in your head.
Yeah, maybe I'm too.
Huh?
Maybe I'm too young, but my strongest wrestling memory is him handcuffing Triple H and DDTing Stephanie and kissing her in front of him.
That was weird.
That's my
dude. That was such a Vince thing.
Yeah.
Dude, good Lord.
We're gonna start seeing that from TKO.
Jeez, God, I don't know, man. I hope never. please let it be never. But okay, so Wrestle Dream happened. They created a lot of storylines going forward. The biggest one, obviously, is that Jon Moxley is now the evil, dark wrestling big bad for AEW. He is. What would you compare him to? Like, I don't think, like, as far as like the impact it's going to have and anything, I don't think it's on the same level as the Bloodline. But that's basically what they're doing. They're doing a Bloodline / New World Order kind of thing with the BCC with Moxley as at the head as the evil, the big evil that needs to be slain. So much so that the whole angle with the elite basically got kowtowed by the guy on Dynamite. They had that coming out.
That's one good thing to come from there.
Yeah. Like I said, the finish at Wrestle Dream where they basically choked Bryan Danielson out. I don't think it was the best way to do it, but I understand why they did it. Moxley is okay in his role. Even Shafir, dude, this is the best Marina Shafir has ever looked.
And that's because you don't know her.
And that's it's because she's not talking.
She's not wrestling either.
She's just choking people out, which I'm like, okay, yeah, we know she can do that. Like, Kick, do you think Tony is getting advice from Shane, and is this Tony just following Shane's suggestion? No, because I honestly think Shane, like, regardless of the problems that may have had with Shane in the past, as far as some of his ideas and whatnot, I think Shane would book better than this.
Yeah,
I think Shane would book way better than this. Pac, Yuta, and Claudio aren't. Claudio and Pac are basically just kind of spinning their wheels, man. The whole Yuta thing, I was hoping he would drop out of this faction and go back with the Best Friends or whatever the hell they're called now. Yeah. And we would get to put friggin' Josh Woods in there. He fits way better.
Yeah, but you can't do that because they're trios champions.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that friggin' botch thing that they did with Adam Page on Dynamite was so bad. Like, this is one of the places I was like, look, you're gonna get when the new deal kicks in, you're gonna get all this new money. Do us a favor, go out and hire some better producers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was terrible.
The timing, oh my god, dude. So they're like, oh, I'm coming out. Oh, I'm not supposed to come out. Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm coming out with it. Oh, I'm gonna go hide. Dude, it's so bad, and they didn't even try to cover it up.
How can you? He's already out the ringside.
Oh,
there's no way to cover that up.
Yeah, instead of putting them with friggin' I don't mind that they're with Don Callis, but yeah, put friggin' Archer and Cage with Moxley, and yeah, just kill them all, man. Switchblade is looking good. I'm glad that they're not making him into a face, like a full-on face. He's kind of a tweener. That works. But anyway, so Dynamite opened up with the return of Adam Cole, baby. Which, look, I like Adam Cole. I'm glad Adam Cole's back. I think they've missed him. I think he's a good talent for them to use. This whole thing, this whole debacle with him and Max was an absolute mess.
Yep.
The whole Devil storyline was dog shit from day one. I know that the reason why this happened was because of all the injuries. Cole got hurt. Max was hurt. Max was gonna, even after he dropped the title to Cole, and that was the original plan, is that Cole was gonna win. Max was gonna take time off like he did. They had to pull an audible. They brought in Samoa Joe, which I love the fact that Samoa Joe came in and had a badass run. I'm very, very happy about that. But this whole the whole Devil storyline was crap. It was absolute crap, and that's a telling sign there too. That like if you can't figure out a better direction to go in than that, you've got a big problem as far as your ability to create storylines. And the excuse, and that being the excuse that Tony Khan has for that, we're not doing long-term booking anymore because of what happened with the Devil storyline. That's bullshit. That's a cop-out. Okay. That just means that you don't have the creativity to pivot when you have to.
Yep.
Okay. So when Cole came back, my hope was that Cole was going to come back and he was going to cut some kind of a promo and be like, and give at least some kind of explanation as to either give an explanation as to why you did what you did and make it better than the crap that he came up with, or don't address it at all. Just kill it and move on. Kill it and move on.
Probably would have been a better idea.
That would probably have been, knowing what they did compared to what they did, that would have been a better idea. Instead, he tried to come out and make this half-assed, lame excuse for why he did what he did. And it would have been better if he came out and said, "You know what? I did what I did." I mean, even if he just came out and said, "You know what? I'm not the nicest guy. I'm an opportunist." Do something like that. Kind of like what Edge did when he came back.
Come on. Come out and say, "I did it for The Rock.
Oh my God.
I did it for the learning tree."
TK needs to push Juice Robinson. Dude, you best character in AEW, period. Juice Robinson. Dude, that guy. Dude, when they had that lumberjack match a couple weeks ago and he came out just as an actual lumberjack, and he's the only one that did it. I love that guy. I love that dude. He's awesome. He always has been. Max, for his part, did the best he could with trying to playing the bad guy, and Max is best when he's playing the heel. It was kind of, like I said, this whole segment dredged up the Devil storyline, which was awful. And like I said, I think they would have been better served if they had just not addressed it at all. And like you said, I think instead of that long promo that Matt Mox did, where he's just being cryptic again, and it's like, AEW's got a sickness, and I understand that you are under attack. Blah blah blah. Don't say it, show it.
Yep.
Come out in the middle of Cole's segment and murk his ass. Just kill him. Come out and kill him, and then have the guys from locker room come out, kill them too. Basically, the segment that they did later, just do that now. The other thing too is, can we get some people who we know they're not going to absolutely murder? Okay, because who came out to challenge the BCC? Was it the top guys? No.
Nope.
Was it Swerve Strickland? No.
Nope.
Was it Adam? Was it Adam Cole? No. Was it Adam Copeland? No. It was Daniel Garcia and Daniel Garcia and was it Private Party and the Dark Order.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Daniel
You
Garcia
know?
and a bunch of ham and eggers.
Yeah, it was a bunch of guys that you know they're going to kill. And the one person that did come out that maybe had any kind of stroke was Orange Cassidy, which you guys know how I feel about him. I get why he's popular with the kids because he's kind of a goofy character. He's a good worker in the he's a much better worker in the ring. I don't give a crap about that dude. I don't want to see that guy in the world title scene. Okay. Why don't you have someone like Brian Cage out there? You know, where's your top guys at? You know, Malachi Black, somebody, give me somebody. So yeah. And then Wheeler Yuta still looks like he lost it. Someone killed his dog. You know, so are they gonna do something where they basically kick him out because he's reluctantly joined them or whatever? Either shit or get off the pot, you know, with this guy. And like I said, I would have dropped him. I would have brought in Josh Woods instead. Josh Woods fits perfectly with them. The technical beast. He's a mean ass dude. He looks like a badass. Why you don't have him in there is. Yeah, I know, and I hate that too. That's the thing. All of this is being built up for Darby Allin to come in and take the world title off of Moxley. Now, if they were smart, they would have Darby come in to be the savior and have him lose. If you really want to build the BCC up as this credible threat, you need to bloodline them. You need to do what they did to Bloodline. You need to have them come in and kill everybody. Literally kill everybody. And keep doing that for a while. You need to build up to them being defeated. That's the only way that works. That's the only way that any of this stuff works. The other thing too, man, again, with all this new money that they're getting, will they please hire some better producers? Will they get better production values on this friggin' show? Because when Cole was coming back up the ramp, did you hear the guy yelling for him to pose?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, dude, there were so many production errors on that show. I'm just like, dude, it's almost like you guys haven't learned a single thing from the first show, from day one of this show. You're still making the same friggin' camera errors, same production errors, same mic errors. Have you guys not learned anything? Have you not figured out anything? Get somebody in there with some innovation. It really is just kind of like it's to the point now where it's concerning. Oh God, yeah, that whole freaking thing. So yeah, that's another thing I'm going to bring up. I'm like that, and you know what? That's a Vince move, man. That's 100% a Vince move. So then we had FTR versus the Learning Tree branches.
Oh boy.
Because this is such a great friggin' pile of monkey spunk. God, look, man, there was a thing online today. They were talking about Chris Jericho. You know, does he need to retire? Whatnot? I said, look, because they said that he's about to sign a new deal. Yeah, I'm over those guys. I'm over the Acclaimed. Break them up. Let what's his name be a singles guy. Put Billy Gunn back with his sons. You know, do something like that. I don't care about these guys. This match, it was a solid tag match, but I don't care about any of this crap. I don't care. And here's the other thing too. You've got a legit, like, here's the thing. I don't know if people realize just how good Bill Morrissey is. Big Bill. I refuse to call him Big Bill. He's Bill Morrissey. Bill Morrissey, it might be one of the most agile and really actually good big men in the ring. He just needs somebody to be a mouthpiece for him, and you know, let him go out there. Undertaker, the dude, man, let him go out there and kill people. But he's losing to dudes like Hook. Bill Morrissey's 6 foot. I think he's 6'9", 6'10", 285 pounds, and he's losing to Hook, who weighs legitimately. Hook weighs $140. Why? Okay, if you want Hook to be, you want to book him as some kind of badass. Come out with a cruiserweight or a light or a juniors title, and let him dominate that division, because you got tons of little guys in AEW.
And that's Tony Khan. He's got little man syndrome.
Yes, 100% he has little man syndrome, and you could tell by the way he books his big men to lose to little guys all the time, and the way that he's been booking Hologram.
Because you know, sooner or later, Tony Khan's gonna be a in-ring performer and win the title.
Oh, we're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna get. I don't know if he's gonna win a title, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. I don't know what they're doing with FTR. FTR legitimately a year ago were the best tag team in the world. That series of matches they had with the Briscoes is going to be legendary forever. I don't know what the hell they're doing with them now. They're someone said that this is as bad as the shower scene where they're shaving each other's back in WWE. I said, it's not quite that bad yet,
No, not
but
yet.
it's getting there.
The shower scene was a one-off. This is going on.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, FTR won with the Shatter Machine against Bill Morrissey and Brian Keith. And then the Outrunners came out and they did the Mega Powers handshake. And everyone's like, yeah. Look, here's the thing. I kind of like the Outrunners, all right? The Outrunners, they're goofy. They're a gimmick team, okay? I get it. I think I kind of like the fact that they're like an 80s, like a mock 80s throwback. I kind of dig it. All right. I think it's funny. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see them. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're making the FTR, who were a legit tough guy tag team, old school Arn and Tully style, you know, Minnesota Wrecking Crew style tag team, and you're having them do goofy ass shit with this gimmick team. And don't get me wrong, Outrunners are over right now. They're super over. Why aren't they out here winning matches and kicking ass? Why don't they have the tag belts instead of the friggin' Bucks? Oh my God. Kushida. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is the thing. I'm so frustrated with this. You know what? And you know what, Big Daddy? I think the reason why they're becoming, look, they've always been corny. Okay. But I think the reason why it's really starting to land badly is because of the stuff they're doing with teams like FTR.
Yep.
Let them just be their own thing, you know, like you did with Orange Cassidy and whatnot, with all the other gimmicks and everything. Let them just be their own thing, you know, do that. Why do you have to let them bring down the rest of your tag division? It's again, this. You know what this is? This Tony's like, oh, they're so funny. Oh, they're so great. We put them with FT runners. Aren't I clever? Book it. God. And this is once again, this is just Tony Khan getting his jollies off, thinking that this is awesome. Then we had Mercedes Moné versus Queen Aminata. This match pissed me off. I mean, legitimately, this match pissed me off. Yeah, dude. If you want Outrunners to really get over, have FTR be like, okay, this goofy stuff is stupid. We're real professional wrestlers. We take this seriously. This ring is sacred to us, man. Go through that shit, and have the FTR go out there and try to kill him.
Yep.
That's what you should be doing, not having them out here. Yeah, boy. Good. Queen Aminata is actually really, really good. And she's one of those wrestlers that she really should be. This should be something they should have built into a feud. This should be a feud for Mercedes. Instead, we're getting a match like this booked on television, and then Queen Aminata is going to disappear, and she's basically going to be fed to everybody, and she's going to lose. But here's the thing that's pissing me off. Mercedes has 2 belts.
Yep.
She has the TBS Championship and the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, which I understand that belt was actually literally created for her. Whatever. She should be so worried about keeping those belts. She's the heel here. Okay. Why are you not having her booked like a heel when she's got a freaking heater like Camille backing her up? She's got a freaking Amazon murderer as her muscle. And at no point did she interfere in this match at all. Camille should be murking every time the referee's back is turned. Camille should be killing her friggin' opponents.
Yeah.
Camille should be like, they should be building Camille up to be Rhea Ripley. That's what they should be doing. Camille should be built up as a powerhouse like Rhea Ripley. And because eventually the idea is you're gonna have her turn against Mercedes, and then you're gonna get matches with like Camille versus Statlander, which that's another booking fiasco. Camille versus Jamie Hayter, etc., etc. You need to build these things up. You need to build these feuds. Instead, you've got your champions going out here in matches against people that they could be building feuds with, just going through the motions, just to be there.
When is she ever going to wrestle?
I think she's had 2 matches. Basically, they're both squash matches.
Yeah.
But they did nothing to accentuate her being a freaking monster. You know? And the other thing, too, is Tony Khan's he's not booking feuds. He's not. Literally, they had Anna Jay, who went to Japan and actually got better. Anna Jay went to Japan and actually learned how to sell a little bit. She's gotten better in this excursion that she took to Japan. She comes back because she's got some friggin' momentum behind her, and she goes after probably looks like a foot-long hot dog from behind. No offense, love it. But she comes back to be in this feud with Mariah May. But instead of building a feud for them, you're gonna put their friggin' championship match on television. Why are you not building this feud to the next pay-per-view?
Because what if one of them get hurt, man? We gotta do this.
What?
We gotta do this week to week. Now you saw what happened to the Devil.
Oh,
yeah, come on. We can't build long-term stories. You just said it before.
You can't. You're not going to build any kind of. You're not going to build any kind of momentum behind anybody if you don't. That's why you need long-term booking. That's why you need long-term storytelling. You have to build the anticipation. It's wrestling 101, dude. I'm not a professional in this. You're not a professional in this. We know this.
Oh, that's old school, Pops. You got to keep your pip hand strong.
Oh, for God's sake, man! I just and this
People have the
Mercedes
attention
Moné,
span of a gnat now. They don't have time for long-term shit.
that's absolute bullshit. And we all know it, dude. The friggin' Bloodline storyline's been going on for almost 5 years. Okay. And they figured, and when it started to lose steam, they figured out ways to get it back to spice it back up again. Ugh. It's so frustrating because you know that they've got the talent. AEW is freaking overflowing with talent.
And
You
here,
can do the dude. They build better friggin' feuds for the Miz
hey,
than they've built for their champions in AEW.
for the Godfather, Pippin ain't easy, and for Tony Khan, long-term booking ain't easy.
If you can't book a long-term story with for at least your champions, then you shouldn't be booking, period. Okay? This has been it's this whole show made outside of Moxley and the BCC. Did anybody make any traction whatsoever other than Takeshita? And I'm waiting for him to screw that up. So Mercedes Queen Aminata is a talent that could be like, she's better in the ring already than 90% of the other women on the roster. You should have built this into a feud between Mercedes and Queen Aminata. You should that's what you should have done. And instead, we get a one-off. And Camille just stands there looking like a brick. The Elite versus the Conglomeration. I am so freaking done with the Elite. I'm so sick of this garbage. This match.
Welcome to the club.
This match only existed so that Moxley and his boys come out here and kill. I feel so bad for Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly really is he's a terrific wrestler. Terrific wrestler. And he's stuck in this shit friggin' thing. Kazuchika Okada, Kazuchika Okada is one of the best wrestlers alive. And he's a joke right now. You paid all this money to get him, to bring him in here from WWE. You poached him from New Japan. The guy's he's a wrestling machine. Okay? He's put on some of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen in my entire life. And you've got him out here saying, bitch, and carrying a belt that doesn't mean shit. He's carrying a freaking belt that means nothing. And by the way, are we ever going to have another C2? That was supposed to be a yearly tournament. And I know all these people are like, AEW does too many tournaments. Dude, WWE's done 9 of them this year.
Rather, if he can't book one storyline, he can't book a tournament, because that's a lot to calculate.
Are you counting the one they're doing right now?
Yeah. They've done 9 tournaments this year between all their different brands. You've got, and here's the thing, the Bucks are a great tag team. They still are, okay? It's just this gimmick they're doing is garbage, and it's over. And a big part of it is because Tony Khan killed any momentum that it had. So the whole corporate Bucks thing was supposed to come out of, they were supposed to have made like an attempt to steal the company, to basically take over the company. They had Jack Perry come out, beat the crap out of, first off, they beat the crap out of Tony Khan. He was supposed to have been written off television, and the Bucks were supposed to take over the company, right? That was the whole idea behind that whole thing, right?
Okay.
The Elite become the corporate elite. They take control of everything. They run roughshod over the rest of the friggin' company. That was supposed to be, they were supposed to be these evil, corrupt bad guys. That was what it was supposed to be, right?
Okay.
Tony Khan literally kills that storyline the next week. First, he hamstrung it when he had Christopher Daniels come out as his proxy. And then next week, he completely hamstrung that by showing up on the show. What? What is it? What was the whole thing about then? This doesn't make any sense, dude. And like that whole thing, I'm just like, I am so confused by this. I don't understand any of this. Why is this happening? You killed the gimmick before you even had a chance to try. And then apparently he did an interview and he kind of let the quiet part slip. And he basically, literally the next week, he killed the angle. He did it deliberately. Guess why he did it? And this is where, and once I read this, I went, he is 100% turning into Vince. He killed that angle because his fragile little ego couldn't deal with the idea that people out there might think somebody else was responsible for the booking of the show.
So you're telling me wrestling is real?
Think about that, dude, seriously. Think about that for a second. His ego was so bruised and so fragile, he could not accept the idea that if something got over while they were doing this storyline where he was laid up somewhere and wasn't involved, supposedly not involved with the company, that somebody else might get credit for something going well, and the company and being in charge of the company. That's why he killed the angle. That's why he hamstrung this thing from the get-go. That's why it's dying on the vine, because Tony Khan's friggin' little fragile boy ego couldn't deal with somebody else being seen as being in charge. Are you freaking kidding me? That is Vince Kennedy McMahon to a freaking T. Vince will kill whole angles with people that are over as hell because it wasn't him. Because it didn't come from him. Tell me that's not Vince McMahon. And the question now is, what do they do? If this is the guy that's in charge, if this is the guy who's making all the decisions, if this is the guy who has all the power and he refuses to share it with anybody, what does that say for the future of this company? Dude, this is freaking what's her name from TNA?
Dixie Carter.
Yeah. This is Dixie Carter. This has the potential to be as devastating as that. Somebody who has all the power and refuses to even to part with it, even though they know, and their ego won't let them admit that it's turning to shit. And that, by the way, Big Daddy, is why Tony Khan lost his crap and was crying like a little schoolgirl with a skinned knee at what JD from New York said to him. Because his fragile little ego can't deal with it. I'm telling you right now, man, I love AEW. I love the wrestlers that are there. I think there's so much possibility for that company. But if Tony Khan doesn't get his head out of his ass and realize what's happening, this company's going to go. It's going to go the way of WCW. 100%.
Yep.
100%. And Triple H is going to laugh his way all the way to the bank. So I don't know what they do.
Did you hear what the rumor was with him with New Japan?
Oh, which one? There's a couple of them now.
The one where if they're working with AEW, they can't.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, this is a joint thing with New Japan and AEW. They're both saying this.
He doesn't want to lose anybody like Vakir.
Yeah. Well, Vakir's not the only one they lost. They lost Dragon Lee too. Basically, what was happening was WWE was using AEW spot to scout talent, and you know what? As long as they could do it, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, hey, there's a promising person. Let's go get him. So I don't have as much of a problem with that because that's them saying, listen, if you're going to be on our show, if you're going to be, you raising your stock, that's great. Why don't you give us first crack at it? You know, as long as it's something like that, I don't really have a problem with it. Okay. Because honestly, WWE would do the same thing. All right. And WWE is doing the same thing because look at what they're doing with TNA. There's 4 people from TNA that as soon as their contracts are up, they're going straight to WWE. And 2 of them have openly announced that they're doing it. So I don't have so much of a problem with that as long as it's presented like that, you know, where they're like, look, ultimately the decision's yours, but if you're going to be on our show, you increasing your presence, you know, if you're going to leave, if you're going to sign a contract, give us the first crack at it. I don't have a problem with that. Now, if they try to do they try to strong arm them and say, if you're going to be on our show, you need to sign a no compete clause for like 90 days with somebody else. You can't sign with somebody else. I'll be like, oh, that's bullshit. You can't do that. That's wrong. Yeah, guys. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up here, guys. Yeah, this one, man, God, I was so fucking pissed off by this freaking episode, man. I was so mad when this show was over. We didn't even get into everything.
Nope.
We didn't even get into the whole thing. Yeah, go check out Big Daddy and over on JD and Off the Script. Like I said, to wrap it up, if somebody doesn't get in Tony Khan's ear, one of the few people that he'll actually listen to, if they don't get in Tony Khan's ear and get him to about face on this stuff, this company's going to go the way of TNA, 100%. Because the way that they're doing things right now, the company will not grow. It will not grow. And if it doesn't grow, it's going to die. And I don't want it to die. Because I said, the rest of the matches are fantastic. The booking is shit.
Yep.
And the booking and bad booking, we've seen it before. Bad booking will kill good wrestling faster than anything. So anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. I'm sorry. And I know I'm the one who talked almost this whole time, man, but I was so pissed off. I had to get this out. I was watching Dynamite and I'm literally going, what am I watching? What is going on here? Am I the only one seeing this? It can't be the only one seeing this. So, but appreciate everyone's here. Big Daddy, Guardian of Chaos, Leg Kick, Maldecito, Miss Saren, and I'm trying to fold back through and find everybody else that I'm missing because I know there was Rick Del Santo. Guys, appreciate you guys all being here. Johnny, good to see you, man. Glad you're okay and glad you're safe, man. And of course, my boy Frank.
Thank you.
Cleveland's out.
All right.
It happens. But appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys same time next week. Next week as well, we are going to be at Dynamite.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
I'll
boys
try
gonna
to
be
spot
Dynamite?
you. I'll try to spot you.
Go ahead.
I'll try to spot you guys on the empty seats.
It's a Halloween Halloween theme.
Episode. Yeah, so maybe we'll get another Texas Chainsaw Massacre freaking match. God. Oh man. I'm hoping it's gonna be good, man. I don't want to go there and watch a bad show. But all right, guys, appreciate you being here. We'll text you guys next time. See you next time. Bye.